Hey, good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm your host, BKP. FYNTV.com. We're all the way here to 11. We're doing 3 hours a day, 8 to 11, all the way to Election Day. Trying to get information. I am a believer rural America will bring this election in. I know the corruption in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh and Milwaukee and Cleveland and Detroit, the list goes on. I understand. But this is going to have to be up to rural America, doubling and tripling the vote and coming in and making it happen. I got another caller this morning, rolling right along. Jerry, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I can't say I don't know. Let me tell you something. You're just talking about corruption in voting. What about corruption in Clinton? It's amazing, man. I'll tell you what. I say this wholeheartedly. There's good people. Race don't make you bad. Your behaviors make you bad, okay? That don't mean we let everybody in, okay? We gotta still. But there's good people inside that FBI. I thought they were, I really believe there's good people there.
Right.
And it's hard for a good person to go against his morals. There's a reason why he's good, because his inner being is good. Okay? Not because of any government. It's just the way the guy goes home at night, or, you know, maybe the higher ups in the FBI, the limo pulls up, you get out, you go home to your wife before you tie up, and it's just, you know, and you look at your children, and you're normal. You just got to have it. Somewhere there, that's going on. And those people are like, man, we got a serious problem here. Okay? Now, all the appointments from Obama, the Justice Department and all, is bad people.
Right.
They're bad people. They just are.
Wait a minute. So let me clear this up, because I know where you're going. FBI, you got some decent men and women that are going home, pulling in the driveway. They're decent people. They're not appointed. They're not appointed. So what you're doing is you're switching over and talking about the appointed people now.
Right. Okay, now, the appointed people, Loretta Lynch, go back to Holder, they've all been bad actors now. They just have.
Yeah,
Even the Clintons. I mean, the whole thing. Okay, here's what is happening. Anthony Weiner, listen, I ain't no dummy. I could tell you probably what he said to the FBI. Listen, I ain't going down without them going down.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
I got stuff here. You think you want me because of what went on my laptop, or look at here? Look at here. Look at what went on my laptop. Come here a minute.
Exactly.
Okay. Look at here. Oh, by the way, Hillary Clinton, my wife, took money from people, you know, whatever. They got the whole laundry list, whatever they've done. Now, you taking me down, you're taking them down. There's either a law or isn't. And the dude's handed over his laptop. And they rolled with it. And they've had him in a room, an interrogation room. And, I mean, the FBI's running around the world interrogating people. They're supposed to be the best in the whole world. Okay? And they probably come out of there and went in the other room and looked at Comey, a couple of those guys, and said, did you see what was on that cup?
That's exactly right. Did you see that?
Holy cow, did you see that? Saudi Arabia has the right to send terrorists here if they'll give them $100,000. I mean, there's things on there that's unbelievable. All right? I mean, there's probably things on there about Iran, Pakistan. Uma Abedin is from Pakistan. Did you see what's on that computer? Now, I'm guessing. And Comey's like, what do I do? Loretta Lynch is my boss. And you know good and well she don't want this out there. And they probably looked at him and say, well, you need to somehow get it out there, because it's going to get out there one way or the other, and this ain't good. And he scratched his head and figured out to send a 2-bit memo, so it's out there.
Jerry, this has...
Okay, I know what I'd do if I was James Coleman.
What would you do?
I know what I'd do this morning. I'd go right before Congress and read it out loud. I'd ask all the media to come. I'd invite them. I would invite them. Trey Gowdy, every one of them, load up. And this time wouldn't be a dog and pony show. I'd ask them to come, and I would turn on the Clinton TV. I'd turn on the regime. And I'd say, you do what you want with me inside of these chambers today, but I'm not going to jail. Listen to this. Listen to this. Tim Kaine running around. It's time to tell us what's in them. Oh, I tell you what's in them. We would know. We would show. And we would pick your hind end up. And then guess what? You'd be getting letters from your family behind bars. You know what's in them, all right. You would know today. You would know.
They're begging.
I would invite C-SPAN. C-SPAN was created to watch the government. Come on. Air everything said. Right, every camera in there. And tell them what's in them. Tell them.
Let's read them.
And have Clinton there to be arrested at the Congress. This is a true government. Government has to do this. Okay? Your government's being overthrown by corruption, man. That's bad news. That's bad news. Not just hearsay corruption, like as in stuff that, the El Salvadorians and all these people run from. Okay? It's bad news. And if I'm told me, I go tell them what's in there this morning. They know. They'll know. But I'd have every piece in place. I'd be ready with it.
All right.
Ready. If I was Trey Gowdy and I'm a true prosecutor, I've been to courtrooms where they said they put handcuffs on and let somebody else out. Why are they above that? I'm not lock her up. I'm not Hillary for president. I don't want any daggone slogan. I want justice, as they call it. Bush went around the world to get justice. We can get it right here.
So
Bush went over there to get justice. Yeah, okay, well, let's get justice right in Washington. Let's start. I know what I'd do. And I'd have her there. And it'd be the first time maybe in our lifetime that the Congress locked you up.
Well, I'll tell you this.
You don't think you think I'm out there, but I'm telling you, man.
No.
You got a government. You got things that you see coups go on in countries, man, where they mow people down with tanks if this don't stop. We're not there yet, people. Don't get scared. It ain't doomsday, but if it don't stop, we're going in that direction. Listen, if you set off in a destination, you're eventually going to arrive.
Hey, Jerry, let me say this. You know what? If you want to get out there, get out there. I don't care, because I think I'm with you, because either if Comey doesn't know, now let's just be clear, okay? We're not happy with what Comey did, but he's not the village idiot, okay? He was under Giuliani in New York, okay? This guy was highly regarded up to this day, right? Not this day, but up to this mess here, right? He was under Giuliani in New York. He's a prosecutor. The guy's got high marks, okay? So he's not an idiot. Now, he's not dumb enough to come out and send this letter because he's seen an email that just had Hillary's name and Chelsea, invited to Chelsea's wedding.
No, Brian. He has read something.
Yes.
Missiles are pointed towards us for a cash payout. Who knows what he's read, okay? Maybe you think that's a little extreme, but I mean for cash payouts, yeah, we'll allow 100,000 of your refugees, but you got to give something to our foundation.
Jerry, Hillary's 2 official favors to Morocco resulted in $28 million for the Clinton foundations. Hillary Clinton does not care about you and I.
I wonder if we got any Moroccans on our terror watch list, or we just got Jerry Pritchard on it.
Hillary's. This is this morning. Hillary's 2 official favors to Morocco resulted in a $28 million for the Clinton Foundation. Hillary Clinton did 2 huge favors for Morocco during her tenure as Secretary of State, while the Clinton Foundation accepted up to $28 million in donations. You can't tell me that those emails might not be on there. And more.
It's all on there, man. Okay? They probably got a carbon copy with a group of people. Okay? Anthony just happened to be one while he was kicking back watching Ellen. Right? He just happened to get him because he was carbon copied on everything that was going on. So, because you got to understand, he's been being watched by the media for a while. You notice the media went after him, man. I'm not a fan of his. Don't anybody. I'm not a fan, and I don't hate him. But you got to understand who went after him. That media went after him about the time Clinton started running for election, man, because they had to shove him out. He did too much, even after old Anthony.
Oh no, the Democrats, they're unreal. He is the bad guy because he is, but he is the bad guy. But don't think Yuma Abedin did not know she was backing up her system. They know that, Jerry. They know this stuff. They're not idiots.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to go back to that. Okay. On July 4th weekend, all the way back, a couple black SUVs went up to Chapaquidda, knowing that everybody was, it's the American thing. Went up to Chapaquidda, Justice Department. On July, what was it? July 2nd? Clinton came off the tarmac. When did Bill go on that plane? I like get my timelines right. Anyway, somewhere around here. July 4th weekend, I think it was July 6th, 5th, or whatever. The day after July 4th, the FBI decides they're going to interview Hillary Clinton. No, and nobody sitting in front of their TVs. You don't picnic inside, people. On July 4th, you picnic outside. Okay? Nobody was sitting in front of the TVs. The story broke on that Monday, or whatever day that people went back to work. The story broke that the FBI didn't find nothing. Because behind the scenes, Loretta Lynch made that decision. James Comey was told, listen, because he really didn't dig into it. You know what? Who do you think got all them emails first? Loretta Lynch, not Comey. And she probably said, listen, I've reviewed these pages or whatever. There's nothing in here. So if I was you, you'd tell your agents, thanks for all the hard work they did. I applaud them for the job they did. I've heard all this in meetings, but there's really nothing in here. I don't see any grounds to indict. So anyone out, he did what he was told. I got to give him credit at that. Even me, at that time, started the FBI, but it was never the FBI. It was the Justice Department. Okay? It was never Comey. All right. Now we're coming down to it's time this lady be president of the United States to some of those guys. And Anthony Weiner and those FBI guys are sitting around saying, this ain't cool. They're Comey, this ain't cool. This ain't cool. And, and Weiner's sitting in there saying, no, it ain't cool. I'm going down to tubes and they're going to the White House. Did somebody stole your wife? Hillary stole the man's wife and going to the White House. No, imagine that. Okay? Comey, Anthony Weiner ain't cool with it. Ain't cool. Man, no, not at all. He going to the big house, they going to the White House, stole his wife and all, and they going to live happily ever after. No, Anthony said, No, he's spilling the beans. No, he's spilling the beans. The FBI...
Not happily ever after.
People, huh?
Not happily ever after. Anthony said this ain't going to happen, huh?
Yeah, Anthony said, no. Hold on a minute. Read this.
Read this.
Absolutely. Read this. You worried about I sent a picture without my shirt on to a 16-year-old girl? But check out what's going on over here in Saudi Arabia, buddy.
Exactly. You're concerned about me sending a picture.
Check this one out. Hey, wait a minute. Get a little better. Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that was good? Scroll down, right?
I really believe it. You think I'm laughing. I'm telling you. And they're sitting there looking at each other. Oh, my God. They do live in this country. And really, they got to be sitting there thinking it. And that's why he said something brought it to their attention. I know what I'd do, though. I'd go tell it this. I would get the whole Congress together, the TV together, and I'd tell it before the election to start. Well, we won't be able to do this after the election. I don't know about all that. That's the Justice Department.
Well, let me tell you what you're I think you're 100% right because, Jerry, I try to stay away from the nonsense. Now, I have a lot of fun and horse around, but, Uma Abedin's been with Hillary Clinton, since the day. And, just recently in a WikiLeaks email, Hillary was getting home late and told Uma to stop by and knock on the bedroom door. I mean, that's WikiLeaks. That's not me. I don't want to go there. But all I'm saying right now is I'm telling you, I think you hit the nail on the head. Anthony Weiner's sitting there, hey, I'm raising a kid. You're flying all over the world, you and your friend, Hillary. You getting ready to move in the White House. I'm going to the big house. No. All right, let me read this to you, Jerry, because I want to get your opinion on this. Because this is where I can't stand the media. I can't stand because they want to lead you to believe that the Clintons are in charge. They decide how the investigations work. And I'll tell you, this is why the FBI, not just Comey, the FBI agents don't even speak to him when they get a cup of coffee. The rumor is that you got FBI agents going to get a cup of coffee and Comey passes them in the hall and says good morning. And they won't even say good morning to it because the Clintons have become in charge of this investigation, and it doesn't work like that. Now, let me read this to you. How's it feel, Hillary? CNN just announced Huma has decided to negotiate with the FBI. Huma Abedin's lawyers are negotiating with the FBI about conducting a full search on estranged husband Anthony Weiner's laptop in light of the new probe in Hillary Clinton's email. Looks like the FBI is going to sort through 650,000 emails, thousands of which have gone through Hillary's private server.
I'm so sick of hearing the 650. How many thousands? Go get the one that matters. You don't need but one, man.
Yeah, but do you think? What do you think?
Do you think? Go get the one that matters, blast it from the rooftops, and put it to bed.
Yeah, but do you think Huma's cutting a deal with the FBI right now? They got a warrant. They already know what they've seen, and they can't go public and say what they've seen without a warrant. Anthony showed it to them, so they haven't done nothing wrong, okay? Anthony showed it to them, said, here it is, okay? So they went and got a warrant to make it legal, because they can't come out and say, this email is this, because they didn't have a warrant. They can't stop looking at it if Anthony's showing it, okay? Anthony can show it. But the point is do you think they got a warrant and Uma's cooperating and something big could happen out of this? They're in trouble, I think. I think they're in big trouble.
Here's what I think is in trouble, okay? I think this election's in trouble, all right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Say, for example, she does win according to the election return night. I'm Brett Hume. Never liked Trump to start with. Okay, so he'll do his. Okay, and then you'll get over there, Chris Matthews. Oh, my God, finally the countries came back together. Never liked Trump. Anyway, the whole gamut will run out that Trump lost. Win, lose, or draw. He lost. Okay? And win by 50 million votes. Still lost. Okay, they're going to go out and tell you that. Get ready. Your newspapers, Hillary wins, despite FBI probe. It's all good for them. They win. And then she gets to tell you what office. Let me tell you something. If this FBI is doing this for the right reason, within 2 months, okay, and the Congress, you have a United States Congress, what happens if they indict her before the inauguration? Do we really want Tim Kaine to be strutting up there bubbly and, hey, it's all good, people. Hey, by the way, I'll check you in at room number 10. I'm your bellboy. No, dude. No, dude. No, I'm your bellhop. No. Hi, how are you today? No. I don't want all that. Can't do that. Can't have that. 30 people don't even want it. 330 million got to have him? Holy cow.
Lee said he was out there at a rally the other day, and they Muhlenberg College or somewhere, and maybe 30 people showed up.
What I'm saying is, what is going to go on? The bottom line is Trump's got to outright win this thing. Even if they say he loses. I'm just telling you, Trump wins this thing. If it's real, he wins it. There's no doubt. I don't care who. They got him losing Georgia the other day. I mean, they had him losing other countries. He was losing outside the United States. I mean, come on. It's just all the time. All the time. They had him losing Georgia. Is he losing Georgia? I mean, you guys are down here. How do you...
No, actually, a poll this morning from WXIA TV Survey USA in Georgia, Trump is now up 7 where he should be. He's actually probably up about 14. He's up, but today is the first day. Georgia, he shows up 7 points. My problem is there's polls that came out this morning that show Hillary up 2 and up 3 points. And it just can't be possible. And if it is, there's something bad wrong. And if this woman is president of the United States, it's a mess. Jerry, do you think he stands a chance?
How can you go up? How can you go? Just put it to you like this. If she's going up, you got a corrupt country. How in the world can you go up after the weekend hit you just took?
Well, this is a Monday morning poll. I don't know how much tracking they have from Friday. It's supposed to be a daily poll. I'm really not putting my stuff into this. New Mexico last night, Jerry, he had 105,000 watching on one stream. New Mexico was packed. Colorado was packed. He's going to 2 places in Michigan today, going to Wisconsin with Mike Pence. Him and Mike Pence are doing a Wisconsin stop tomorrow. Kellyanne Conway is a pollster and has internal pollings that show those are places that they can go to. So what say you on Pennsylvania still? Are you optimistic?
I have no clue. I can't give you an answer. I have no clue. I think we win the Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
Okay. I just do it. Then we win our area, hands down. Okay. I think we win Fox County and Montgomery County. Now, Lee don't. I do. Because I'm seeing it through the eyes of people going into the voting booth looking at realities, regardless of their job title. I mean, just because you're a teacher, you sure the heck don't want your country sold out. You might be in a teacher's union, but that don't mean you're selling out your country.
Right.
It just means that you're scamming off the taxpayer. It has nothing to do with sellouts. Okay. I want to believe, my gut wants to tell me that the suburban America does not want to live like they seen Charlotte, does not want to live like they seen the nightclub, does not want to live like they seen San Bernardino. I told you this all the time. I told you this way back when. So I think they're going to go in there and vote Trump and go back and, go to their corporate offices and work. And but I just believe that. I want to believe that. Now, so I don't know I think we win this one by gauging the people around here. I just do. I think we win this one. This one I can call it. I do not think we lose that suburb like Lee and them think. I don't care how they're polling it.
I will tell you this. Let me tell you something that you
now,
make about. Go ahead.
We get out to western Pennsylvania, we're a solid Trump, and then we need a big city. You got to counter city for city. We should be getting Pittsburgh, okay? And we have the people to get it for us. But I really don't know what their deal is. I have no clue on Rick Santorum. I don't understand his political motive. I don't understand his political ideologies. But I know one thing. He would have made us a great governor. He should have ran for governor. Okay? Rick Santorum should have ran for governor of this state. Rick Santorum should have came out for Trump in this state. He's a Pittsburgh lawyer. Okay? Right there.
Right.
Okay? He's a Pittsburgh Catholic. Okay? Solid pro-life. He should have been stumping for Trump all through the suburbs, through Swickley, all down and through there, okay? Aquashikla, he should have been all up in there stumping for Trump. Instead, he disappears, okay? He totally disappears. But the night, he's really got to me. The night that Trump wasn't going to go hear Megyn Kelly's BS again, he did the fundraiser for the veterans, and here comes Rick Santorum standing next to him to get that TV camera. We could flat out win this state if certain people would have done their roles. Now, I don't know whether they ever went in politics again, but they destroyed themselves. They're not killing Trump because he might win it without him. Okay? Might win it without him. But they've definitely destroyed themselves for this.
Rick Santorum could have went to Western Pennsylvania and really worked that area. And he could have got a job. Guess what he could have got? He could have got a job in the Trump administration, too.
Absolutely. He could have ran for governor here, Brian, against Tom Wolf. Trump could have plucked him right out of there. He's a young guy, not real young, but like 50s. By the time he could have positioned himself to help this country. Instead, he disappeared. And we could have locked down that area. We would have locked down the valley. Now, who cares what Philadelphia, the city, does because you're outnumbered?
Well, let me just say.
When everybody says, well, you can't stop the cheating in Philly, well, don't even try. Go win the rest of the state. Let them cheat themselves.
Well, let me say this real quick because I got to run, but I got one more thing. You make a valid point because a lot of those people, let's just say, for example, and I think it's out there, and I hope it resonates, and it should get out there a little stronger. A lot of the suburban people, I know Charlotte, and you and I have a friend that works for a major corporation in Charlotte. I'm just not going to bring the name up, but you and I have a mutual friend that works for a major corporation in Charlotte. And
we do?
Yeah, we do. I'll tell you later. And they work for a major corporation in Charlotte, and they drive downtown, right downtown Charlotte every day, and they live in the suburbs, okay? Now, this riot that happened in Charlotte, it didn't happen in the projects. They went right downtown to the fancy streets of Charlotte and rioted in the streets, okay? You have the suburban people that are driving into Philly that are on the, what they call the right side of Philly, where the big buildings are, okay? And they drive back to the suburbs, and they need to think, man, this could break out in Philly and I could be stuck at work and all of a sudden there's a riot. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to be said. Jerry, I've got to run. I appreciate it. You make some very valid...
Well, listen, I would tell you this. Trump outright wins this thing, and the whole thing is you got to prove it, because Trump's going to win it. Just like when they... Let me tell you something. They're sitting there now. They're blaming the server. That the media is all out now about Trump's tax returns. Let me tell you something about Trump's tax returns. It's not a crime to not show your taxes, but it is a crime as Secretary of State to distinguish certain classified information. Trump's broke no law, okay? Nowhere does it say you have to show your taxes. I wouldn't even, who cares about that? What's Trump need to show the taxes for? Oh, because he didn't give as much donation. Why should he when the Clintons are? The Clintons are taking it in. He'd give it to them, and then all of a sudden it ends up down at the Clintons. I wouldn't give it either. If the Clintons was out of the donation game, I wouldn't give nobody a donation.
Jerry, I think you hit a home run.
I'm telling you, man, they be down here collecting everybody. Every time I hear, do you want to give $1 for this? First thing I ask is the Clintons involved.
Are the Clintons involved? Jerry,
yeah,
I got it.
Well, you want to give $1?
I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Harry Reid.
I pitch in $2. If they are, I ask them if I can get $1 out of it. Right.
Harry Reid said Comey might be a criminal.
Yeah, Comey's the criminal. All right, go.
I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Thanks a lot. Hey, all right. Well, that was Jerry. Hey, Jerry says that, Wiener said, look at this. I think he makes a valid point. NYPD. Do you think the NYPD did this? Hey, they're the ones investigating it. They don't play no games. Look, FBI, you can do what you want with this, because we're getting ready to, because this is serious. Do you realize the NYPD has actually better terrorism departments and surveillance and whatever the words I'm looking for than basically our government? They are worldwide, NYPD. This is big time. So Jerry says, hey, maybe they sent some money to Saudi Arabia and it's on an email, but we will see. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm going to come back and wrap up with a couple things. Johnny Isakson. Let's switch gears. I have a question for you on Johnny Isakson, the Republican senator, U.S. senator, that is trying to retain his seat against Alan Buckley, the Libertarian, and Mr. Barksdale, the Democrat. I want to talk about that when we get back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Take us to break, Cole.